Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. You might have heard the topic as coping with, but the topic that I started was not coping with, it was facing. When you cope with, you somehow manage by jugaad technology. But when you face, you are ready to accept it as a challenge. So don't be satisfied only coping with the difficulties of life. That means you are somehow dragging through life. But on the contrary, when you face, you are out in the open to any challenge. And whenever we face anything or do anything, one of the most important thing is the instrument that we use. See? Suppose I have to cut. Let us say I had to cut a steel rod, and I use the knife which is used for cutting butter. Whole life I can spend and then complain, oh God, why did you make my life miserable? There is one shlok in Subhashitas. It is said there, न हस्ते यष्टिम आदाय देवा रक्षन्ति साधकम. The God doesn't help you by taking a danda in the hand. Don't have that wrong notion, God, God, God. Don't throw him away. Invoke him in yourself. Na haste yashtim adaya deva rakshati sadhakam. Then, yam tu rakshitum icchanti Subudhya yojayantitam. When the Lord wants us to be protected, He gives us wisdom. Be attentive. Wisdom cannot be downloaded. You have to invoke. And wisdom doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. See, friends. And that wisdom is possible to be invoked only if we use the right instrument for the right job. See, friends, all the things that we do in our life, they are done by what? Let us think about it. One day I was in Lucknow. You must be knowing the place Lucknow in India. And one of my friend, he was a real lazy of the highest order. On the scale of 10, he will be 10 plus. So lazy. And therefore he was my friend. See? The birds of the same feather. So, whenever anybody phones me, they ask, Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, I am sleeping. Now slowly this has become a news in India. Anytime they phone me, they first, Swamiji, I hope I am not disturbing your sleep. That's the best way. So this lazy friend, I was staying with him, and it was winter days. I got up early morning as usual, finished my things, reading the newspaper, and he was still sleeping. And the height of laziness, he never has to shave himself. The barber will come home. And then then the barber comes, he says, Babuji, he said, okay. He will take out his head out of the quilt, this much, and continue sleeping. And the barber will start whitewash. And when, after whitewash is done, he will leave it for soaking. Must be, bristles rather than the hair. So, meanwhile, he used to do the sharpening of his razor. So many times, 1, twice, thrice, 30, 40 times. Then he will look at it, and then again he will do it. And then there is a belt, this leather belt hung there. On that again he will do like this. So I asked him, I said, hey, how many times, man? Come on, finish it quickly. He looked at me. Have you ever shaved? I said, no, you will not understand. And then after giving me this upadesh, then he gave one cut and again started. See? I said, why you do so many times? See, friends, he said, the instrument which is used must be taken care of. Now tell me, where will you go for searching a guru? Guru is your ability to learn from every passing experience of life. You can take the horse to the waters. You can't make the horse drink the water. The horse will make water. You will not drink water. What will you do? So the instrument that we use must be taken care of. Now be attentive. We normally work by the body as well as we work on the body. How do we work by the body? We go to the office and we work there so that we get our bread and butter. And then how do we work on the body? We go for a morning jog. We go for a gym. We do yoga, twisting the body for no reason. Yoga means only body twisting. Once I was in, I think, Tasmania, and my host, she had kept some books next to me, first time when I went to their house. She thought that I am a Swami, so I must be reading and doing yoga. So some books of yoga were kept. And one book was Doga. So that book attracted my mind. It was Yoga for Dogs. Only twisting the body has become the yoga. So we work by the body to earn the bread, and we work on the body to keep the body healthy and fit, is it not? See? Now, next step. How do we conduct ourselves in this world? With what we work? See, friends, I am talking to you. Is it that my lips are talking? Is it that my tongue is talking? Or there is a mind behind these gross instruments? Similarly, your eardrums are not hearing. If your mind is not behind the eardrums, you will not know what is being spoken. See, friends. And therefore, in my talks, there are two types of people who laugh. Those who are of the highest wit quotient. You must be knowing the IQ. You know IQ? Why should I? IQ. MyQ. So one is IQ, second is WQ. WQ means wit quotient. There are some people who catch the joke in a fraction of a second. And there are some. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, do you get miserable sometimes? I said, number of times. Why once? He said, when? I said, when my joke goes flat. And after everything is said, then they ask, Asha, then what happened? Joke is not meant to continue the story, man. See, a message is passed. So there are two types of people. Those who understand the joke in one go, they blast out, ha ha ha. And those who don't understand, they are, kya ho gaya? The delayed tube light laughs. See, friends. So when our mind is available to us behind every organ of action, and every organ of perception, then only life is perfectly conducted. See, friends, all experiences happen in knowledge. All the gain is in knowledge. Gain cannot be through gross actions. It's only in knowledge. See? If we do not know, nothing exists. Similarly, we don't have to search God, oh God, God is in the heaven. And what is he doing? He is frustrated. Why did I create this world? Don't go beyond. He is very much your own being. See? Normally we seek God. Don't seek God. Discover your own divinity. And let that divine God express through you. See? The other day, he told me, I am searching, but there is no vacancy. So what happened? I want hands because I don't have hands. So I go in search of the free hands, but all hands are busy in selfishness. I don't have tongue. I go in search of the free organ of speech, but every organ of speech is busy in comparisons, condemning, evaluation, bragging, speaking ill about others. How can I express through that? Let him express through us. That is spiritual life. Rather than, oh God, give me this, give me that. That is why, Hindu gods are intelligent. They are not dumb. They have this mudra. You know this mudra? This left hand is not Abhaya mudra. This is enough. How much you are going to ask? And if you don't listen, one hard. Don't beg. Don't have this disgusting thing, oh God, give me this thing, give me this thing. When you go to the temple, it's a place of joy. Because God is happiness. See, friends, can you imagine you go to God and you tell, oh God, my wife is troubling me. You are lucky, man. I don't have a wife also. Will you call him God? No. Discover that happiness. And that is happening only in the mind, nowhere else. This mind where all the experiences happen, experience of gain, experience of loss, everything happens only in the mind. See? And if this is not recognized by us, we will be using the instrument without taking the care of the instrument. So that barber is better than us. I'll ask you a question, don't reply. Because answer by all people is the same. The question is, we have been taking care of our outer things, our house, our color scheme of the walls, and then the drapery, the furniture, we take care. We take care of our food. We want organic food, as if there is inorganic food also. You're dumb people, There is no inorganic food. Food is always organic. No, we want only organic. Then, the third thing, we decide what to eat. Calories, cholesterol. How much care we take about the figure? 36, 24, 36. With all the efforts, our figure is 62, 62, 62. Like a drum. How much efforts we put for all these things. Matching. See? The shoes are red, the clothes are red, the .com is red, the car is red. And because of the anger, the eyes are also red. Matching. See, friends. How much care we take. But have we ever taken care of the quality of our mind? Don't answer this question. Answer is same for all. Right from childhood, from birth till date, what care we have taken of our mind. See, friends, our understanding is because there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. It is something like, because there are trees, it is a garden. No, it could be a jungle also. There is no difference between the jungle and the garden. Both are having only vegetation. But the difference is, in jungle, all the trees are growing wild. There is no discipline, there is no pruning, there is no maintenance, there is no taking care of. And in the garden, every sapling is selected, planted, protected, taken care of, pruned. And therefore, when we go to the forest, we are afraid. And when we go to the garden, we are happy. Love happens in the garden, not in the forest. Have you seen any Hindi movie? That is why Tarzan never loved anybody. Jungle hai. And these jungly people, how they can think of love? See, friends, we have to have perfect mind, then alone we will be able to deal with any situation in life. See, friends. And for that, if we want to really face the challenges of the changing world, we must have a perfect mind. The mind is perfect, you will be fully available for whatever you are supposed to do at a given period of time. Normally we complain. And complain is what? Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, that time only very dirty thoughts come in my mind. What should I do? Don't do meditation. Though, but my guru told me to do meditation, then suffer silently. Normally we complain. See? And what is meditation? They will be starting the meditation. First of all, switch off the lights. Is meditation a bad act to be done in darkness? See, everywhere you go, the same thing they do. Light ban karo. Are? Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Jyotirma tamasogamaya. See, friends. And then they ask the question, but why they tell us to close the lights, Swamiji? Because the student and the teacher both can go to sleep. And when meditation is over, both of them are awakened from the sleep. Not to the reality. Complain, complain, complain. So what should we do when there are too many thoughts in the mind? Complaining is not the solution. Stop complaining first. Yesterday we did that Mahamantra. What was that? Anybody remembers? We live here at zero complaint level. We have no complaints whatsoever about anything. No, but I don't complain about others. I complain about my mind. Arey Baba, that is also a complaint. See? Instead of complaining, find out. No, but they told you should control your mind. Control of mind means what? Is it like controlling the car? Is it like controlling the dog? Is it like controlling the wife? Is it like controlling the husband? Is it like controlling the children? What do we mean by controlling the mind? We have never thought about it. And this is the instrument with which we want to face the challenges of life. But only thing, my instrument, I don't know what it is. See, friends. So first we must know what is an uncontrolled mind. What do we mean by that? Now start working on the mind. Find out. Now let's do one or two experiments so that you'll get it clear. "219 days before, with whom you were having lunch?" When? 219 days before. Lost? Again. After 6 months, what clothes you will put on? I don't know whether I'll put on clothes or not. See? Now, at this moment, what you have put on? These three questions. When the question was asked about the past, there is a struggle. When the question is about the future, there is a frustration. When the question is about the present, you know it. So what is the meaning of controlling the mind? Keep the mind in the present without efforts. Our mind runs in time. Either it goes back in the past or it goes in the future. In the past, what the mind does, digs the grave to bring out the dead bodies of our past experiences. See? I was in England and one of my friends, she took me to one cathedral, old cathedral, and inside when we went, there were so many, slabs and something was written. I said, hey, what is written here? Is it some mantra? He said, no. Below this slab, the body of such and such pastor. Below that, the body of such and such. Oh my God, my weight will increase on them. See? So we were moving all that. All the time living in the past. One of the spiritual practice is this. Don't go in the past. Past doesn't exist. It's only in the mind. See? In which place? Vienna, I had a retreat for 5 days, meditation retreat. After that, as a custom there, they say, Swamiji, will you like to see the city? I said, yes, you take me wherever I see. And then they say, there are options. This is the palace of the king, and these are the artifacts the king used to use, and this is all that. I said, am I supposed to go there under compulsion or I have freedom? He said, no, you tell whatever you like to do. I said, let's go to a marketplace. In Europe, you will see there are small marketplaces where cars can't go. Small blocks are fixed there. We went there. Some kind of show are going on. We sat somewhere. I said, hey, order for coffee. Nice coffee we'll take. And then I was enjoying all the things that were happening, enjoying coffee because it was free. Then they say, Swamiji, people come here from all over the world to see these things. Archaeological findings are there. Then there is a museum, the various artifacts, and then the palace. And you don't like it. I said, you tell me first. Last 5 days we had meditation workshop. Yes. What have you learned? You tell me in one line. What is the most important thing you learn? He said, you emphasize that we should remain in the present. Very good. You remember that? So you are not too much in the present. Forgotten. Now, when you take me to somebody's house and this is the pant he was putting on, this is the handkerchief he was using, how does it matter? See, On the contrary, I told to remain in the utter present. Now we are here, people are walking, dancing, fighting, we are having a cup of tea. Are we not in the present? Be very attentive. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says that Niti Rasmi Jigishitam. He tells his peasants, what is God? God is not above the clouds and enjoying, miserable, acha hai, go to hell. No. See, friends, the one who wants to succeed in life, for him, the ability to plan the future and work in the present, that is me. Don't push the God outside. Imagination. Niti Rasmi Jagishita. And in Bhagavad Gita, nowhere Bhagavan said, I am the culture. See? Every husband is having one or the other culture. Do you know what is the culture of all the husbands? It's called agriculture. You have to agree. Then only you will survive in this world. See, friends. Disagree, problems will begin. Agree. And the best technique of agreeing is, before you hear, you say yes. Then there is no problem. See? But instead of taking spiritual life with cheer and joy, many people have that funny notion. Spirituality means remaining serious. What happened? Spirituality happened. Have you seen any God miserable? See, friends, God has created so many things. Stones, only existence. Plants, existence plus life. Animals, existence, life and knowledge. And yet, God was not fulfilled. And then he was frustrated. You can imagine, Brahmaji frustrated will be 4 times. 4 hands. And with his 4 hands, he is holding his 4 hands. And from the other side, his wife came, Brahmani. She said, "Hey ji, what is the problem? I can help you." Every husband thinks wife is dumb. It is universal fact. So, and that is true also. Or else, why will she marry such a fool? समझदार हो तो थोड़ी So, Brahmani said, "What can you help me in the process of creation? What do you know about creation?" He said, "Anyway, you tell me, I can tell you something. Even a dead clock on the wall gives correct time twice a day, is it not? I am your wife. Don't underestimate me. Okay, tell me, what should I do in creation?" She said, "Why don't you create someone in your image, but with 1 head, not 4 heads? I am fed up." See? And thus God created man in his image. Be attentive. Stones, only existence. Plants, existence plus knowledge, evolution. Animals, existence, knowledge, and existence, life and knowledge, further evolution. Now what is the next step possible in evolution? Existence, life, knowledge and bliss and happiness. Other than the Disney movies, have you seen a Miss Buffalo walking and looking at Mr. Buffalo and giving a smile? Animals cannot laugh. human beings alone can laugh. Therefore, nobody said, those who can't laugh, they are God's mistakes. The only purpose of human life is to spread happiness, not miseries. Don't have compassion, pity for anybody. See, when you have compassion, pity for somebody, you are underestimating the divinity in that person. Poor fellow, he doesn't have anything to eat. I have got so much and I am having indigestion also. So I just want to, instead of throwing, I give it to them. Is that spiritual life? Looking down upon the people is not spirituality. That vision must change. It can happen only if our mind is available to us, not influenced by the impact of time. See, friends. So when we talk about using the mind perfectly, what is required is that mind must be controlled with reference to the parameter of time. Then what should be the spiritual practice? Very simple. Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. But we Indians have got a special inborn quality. Anybody we see, first question, where were you born? Why were you born? 101 questions they keep on asking for no reason. Nobody wants to. See? And keep on asking, be attentive. We talk to others only that which we have accepted ourselves to be. See, friends. So, don't go to anybody's past and don't tell your past to anybody. There is no need. But we keep on talking about it. जब हम बच्चे थे, अरे यार, who cares? Nobody is interested in our childhood. But oldies like me, we have no future. What future old people have got other than their grave? No future. So, if I got peanuts in my pocket, I can't distribute chocolates. In the same manner, old people have got only the past memories. They can't live without again and again ruminating on those past memories. The day you decide it firmly, neither you talk about your past nor you ask anybody about their past. You are controlled, you have started control over your mind. First. And this, be attentive, spiritual life is not half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No. See, going to the temple, church, mosque, coming back and then seeing the dirty things in this world. That is not spiritual life. Spiritual life is a 24/7 business. It is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. See, friends. And those who are walking spiritual path, they definitely grow spiritually. And what is the spiritual growth? You are happy not because your wife is good. You are happy in spite of your wife. That is your genius. See, friends, because you are no more carrying the burden of the past. See, friends. Similarly, the second place our mind goes in the future, unnecessarily worrying. Stop that. And to achieve this, there is one technique. And the technique is keep humming something. Keep humming. If you have got a mantra given by your guru, keep on chanting. Mind will be busy. A busy mind is a controlled mind. People suffer maximum in the old age. Not because of the world, because of their own mind. Therefore, one old person goes to somebody's house. अरे वर्मा जी क्या कर रहे हैं यार? तो वर्मा जी से, गुप्ता जी, why have you come? No, I was getting bored at home. Why? Who was there to bore you? No, I was alone. Imagine, when a person gets bored of his own presence, what a solid bore he must be. Now, who can help him? This is something like a person went to the doctor and told, Doctor Saab, I snore so loudly that because of my snoring, my sleep gets disturbed. Now, what should I do? Doctor said, go and sleep in the other room. Your keys have fallen down. See? When we are fed up of ourselves, then what do? Then we start liquid spirituality. Bottles are opened and drums are filled. And then you get the Shambhavi Mudra. See? And such a person can walk straight only on the zigzag road. Because the level of spirituality has increased. Such people, those who are fed up of themselves, they get lost in addictions. Either they want smoking or they want chewing gum. Next time you watch the matches, football or whatever, that time you watch their coaches, particularly football matches, because it is a very fast running game. You watch their coaches. The more nervous you are, the more support you want outside. If you are one with the divine, you don't require any support outside. See, friends. And that support can be discovered if we learn to remain in the utter present. Our condition is the mind is constantly running from past to present to future. So these three things, if you work consciously, then you are preparing to face all the challenges of life. See? And life is what? Life is a continuous drama of change. And in this life's drama, there is no reverse gear. So the first parameter to control the mind is the time. The second parameter is the space or the place. Our mind keeps on running from one place to another place. If we are here, we will not remain here. Back home in India, no, you are here, remain here. Why go to India? But when we are in India, in New Zealand, why you come to New Zealand? Be there. But the mind does not allow us to remain where we are. This is another special practice. Don't start comparing this place with that place. See? Mind will remain quiet. Second, so time, space. And third is object. So when you see any object, immediately you try to compare it with your earlier experiences. And this donut, oh, it looks like vadai. Eat donut as a donut. But there you remember vadai, And in this manner, our mind is constantly running away in all directions. Such a disturbed mind is not fit to face the challenges of life. See, friends. So, if we really want to face the challenges of life, remember this principle. The instrument by which we are supposed to face the challenges of life, that instrument must be properly tuned. Otherwise not. See, friends. Nobody can do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. Now the second step, this mind has to be given some higher goal in life. Then the mind remains focused. See? There was one young boy, maybe in 20s, mid-20s. After my talk in some place, a huge crowd, maybe 1,000 or two, and when I was coming down from the steps, from the stage, he came with a helmet like a baby in his thing. Swamiji, I got a question. I said, let me get down, man. I got down. My question is, what is wrong if I run after girls? I said, nothing wrong. Run. You want a company? I am available. He said, no, you don't understand. I said, yes, I don't understand. What is wrong in that? Right. This is the age you should run after the girls. Run. All the best. He expected I start giving him sermons. No, you should not do that. That is not in our culture. Ours is agriculture. You should not do that. See? And this is not the tradition of India. You know, those people who are this culturist, dharma samrakshak, dangerous people. So, he said, you are not understanding, Swamiji, what I want to say. I said, my dear, you have not understood what you want to say. May I tell you? He said, yes. I said, your problem is not running after girls. Your problem is, whenever you are studying, your mind doesn't cooperate with you. You want to study something, you remember that girl, and then you are gone, you can't study. Yes, this is my problem. We even don't know what is the problem. See? And if you go with your problem to the allopath, he will ask you 101 question, and you will feel better, go back. On the contrary, you go to the Ayurvedic, he will ask you, shut up. And he will take your pulse and tell, Kapha, Vata, Pitta balance upset ho gaya. You understand nothing. Because the Ayurvedic doctors, they catch your pulse, and allopathic doctors, they catch your purse. Interests are different. See, friends. So, then what should I do? I said, look here, I'll tell you a story. I told him. I was in Arunachal Pradesh many years before, many years before, 30, 40 years before. In a school, a remote school, there even a car will not go. After we went sometime, then we had to walk almost for half a day. And then I stayed for 1 week talking to them on Bhagavad Gita. So cute children. How to lead a dynamic, purposeful life. That was the topic. And when I was living, naturally the small children from the age group of 9 to 15, that was the age group. So when I was living, all of them, hugging and crying, Swamiji, you don't go, you stay all the time with us here, all was going. I said, all right, I'll again come, okay? Now let me go. One student said, Swamiji, close your eyes, we want to give you a gift, surprise gift. I closed my eyes. And now open your palm, I did that. Now this is a gift. Then they say, I asked, should I open my eyes? Yes, open. Now see, now who kept it, nobody knew. At least I didn't know. And it was a small message of Vivekananda. All great sacrifice, all great achievements are possible through great sacrifice. See? If your goal is useless, if your goal is to have donut in the morning, you don't require any spiritual practice. See? If your goal is higher the goal, lower things automatically drop. You don't have to struggle. Take for example, those girls who are born as human beings but want to walk catwalk on the ramp. They are born as human beings, but they are not happy with that. They want to walk to catwalk. I was in Tokyo, Japan, for about 10 days. On one of the days, I asked my host, I said, Mama, tell me, I am observing in your Japan, all the girls, when they walk, they put their toes like in front of each other. They walk like this. See? They are called, the calf toe, they are called as calf toe. Calf, they walk. For a cat, is easier for you to understand. What is the reason? Swamiji, you have got such a terrible observation. I said, no, it is obvious. Everybody is walking like that. He said, no, in Japan, that is considered as the sign of beauty. Look. Therefore, they walk like that. See, friends, don't have these cheap goals. But even those who want to walk that ramp, how much sacrifice they have to do? They can't go on eating the way we eat. They do regular exercise because they have got a goal. In my lifetime, I have to walk there before everybody. The goal. Now, if you have got a higher goal, and what is the highest goal? Don't bother about God realization. Highest goal is you are at peace with yourself. That is the goal of your life. Again I repeat, you are at peace with yourself. You are not a problem to yourself. Keep that as the goal. Watch at this moment your own mind. You are not gone to temple, you are not gone to church, you are not gone to mosque. Because you are with yourself. The mind doesn't allow us to remain with ourselves. It is something like a husband with two wives. Both of them are holding two hands and pulling that husband and moving around like a churning rod. Exactly the same way, the mind either pulls us in the past or in the future. This place or that place, this object or that object. And as a result, we are constantly in a churning process. And then we get fed up, frustrated. Fed up, frustrated mind is not the right instrument to face the challenges of life. You have to keep the mind in tune. Once there was a music performance in Bombay, and one elderly musician, must be about 95 or so, his performance was there. I was asked to come and honor him. So musicians honor means what? They will be singing some rag and dvesha. They did rag and dvesha. And after all that was over, then they say, now Swamiji, please bless. Now about music, I am neither a Tansen nor a Kansen. I am insane. I know nothing about music. But they want me to talk because we Babajis are fit for everything. When somebody is born, we go. When somebody is not born, we go. When somebody dies, we go. When somebody doesn't die, we go. They are fit like a master key everywhere. So they say, Swamiji, please bless him. And the music one and all that. So I was thinking what to talk. Then I said, look here. I was observing this. That when this great master, when he was singing, his attention was on the tambura. Tambura is called a shruti. So he was going up and down. Sa re ga ma pa. He was going up and coming down. But reference point was Kali Panch, the black five. That Shruti reference he has never forgotten. Therefore, the music was melodious. Exactly the same way, to play and bring out the best music of our life, keep reference to the Shruti Mata, what is told in our Bhagavad Gita, what is told in our Upanishad, that is the reference. We are born in this world to let the divine play his music out of us. That is the goal of life. If that becomes the goal of life, these small little things will automatically drop. If somebody wants to run a business of multi-billion dollars, will he ever bother to send the driver, go and fill in the gas and come back, and then doubt whether he has filled in 1 liter less gas and consumed that money? Such a daridri thinker can never become a multi-billionaire. See, friends, we have to burst open into something higher in life. Therefore, to face the challenges of life, prepare yourself. Friends, health we have to maintain. Health is not created. Health is, we are all born healthy. Same thing. Nobody is born unhealthy. Now after having born, we have to maintain the health. Diseases will come without efforts. Weight will grow without efforts. You have to maintain the weight, you have to work on it. You have to maintain the health, you have to work on it. You have to maintain the quietness of the mind, you have to work on it. For the mind to be disturbed, no efforts are required. For the body to be unhealthy, no efforts are required. But to maintain, efforts are required. And the efforts are, start now working on the mind. Work on the mind. So like with the body, we work by the body and we work on the body. Working by the body is going and earning bread and butter. Working on the body, doing exercise and keeping yourself fit. How do we work by the mind? We work by the mind by default settings. Anybody we see, we have a comment to offer. Nobody asks our comment. Okay? But we have to offer default settings. Okay? Secondly, we evaluate. That Mahatma is great. Who asked you? See? The default settings are uncalled for blabbering. How much damage is done because of this uncalled for talking. See, friends. Therefore, it is extremely necessary that we first of all recognize these habits. Unwanted comments. No need. Like, in India you come across these things. I should not say, but my neighbor's daughter-in-law is better than our daughter-in-law. Hey Maharani, when you know that you should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? And you know, कहना नहीं चाहिए. अरे तो कहो तो क्यों? चुप बैठो. See, friends, many a time that becomes our habit. And because of that, we become enemy to ourselves and to everybody. We are not here to evaluate anybody. If your chemistry doesn't match, go away. No need. But that becomes our habit. Similarly, when we see any object, be very attentive, this is a very subtle part. When we see any object, there is no harm. See the whole world, no harm. Mind has these two functions. One is perception. Like I am seeing you, perception, no problem. After I see you, then my mind starts projecting. Somebody is good, somebody is bad, somebody is wanted, somebody is unwanted. And from here, projection, friends and enemies are created. So you arrest your mind at the level of perception. See? But this mind's second aspect, we are not even aware how our mind is constantly projecting the things. One useless boy, unemployed, goes to a garden. Only useless, unemployed, unemployable people go to garden. Others have no time to go to garden. So he went to garden. And it's not that only boys are useless, girls are not behind. They are equally. So one girl went to this. Now this boy was know what to do, nothing to do, nowhere to go. This girl comes, start thinking, projection. Why this girl must have come here now? What is the reason? Some kind of thinking started. Maybe it is God's will that we come together. Right? It's not that only the boys can think, girls can equally be stupid. So the girl also thinks, of all the people in the whole universe, why this boy has come to the garden at this particular time? Start thinking. And then their thinking is slowly bringing them together in the mental sphere. Physically they are apart, mentally they are coming close together. And then from somewhere one Gabbar Singh comes. And when he comes, he starts, teasing that girl. And now this man has already taken for granted that she is mine. Only in the mind, And when that Gabbar Singh starts doing something, he goes there and wants to give him a dishing. So he holds his hand strong, and the girl said, why are you beating him? Nobody has come to trouble you? No, he is my father. Okay. Now see, where is the world? How simple it is. This habit of projection after perception is the cause of losing all our energy and abilities. Stop it there. This becomes our second nature. See, in our Indian families there are many vigilance officers. Vigilance officer means the grandparents and all that. They have nothing to do, whole day sitting at home. Then anybody, youngsters keep coming and going and all that. Now these vigilance officers are active 24/7. So the girl is standing near the window. Then vigilance, why is she standing near the window? Vigilance begins. And then she tells her daughter-in-law, and look here, this Kalpana these days is standing near the window all the time. What is the reason? Call her. Why are you standing near the window? Do I have to take your permission, Mama? Where should I stand in the house? But your Dadima told you to stand all the time there. She had nothing to do, therefore she is observant. Keep on unnecessarily projecting. Stop this habit. Your energy will be conserved. Be attentive and you will see what is. Normally, we don't see what is. We have decided to see something and that alone we see. Because what we see is not what is. What we see is what we have decided to see. See, friends, in Ramcharitmanas, one beautiful story comes. Naranji goes to Bhagwan Narayana and tells, Bhagwan, I want to see your Maya. Bhagwan says, are you bored of me or what? You want to see my Maya? Anyway, keep on chanting Narayana, go away. Do your job. So Narada is going. On the way, he comes across a beautiful kingdom. And he enters there. And there is a lot of hassle going on, lot of festive activities going on, brightness, light and everything. So he's watching, with the tambour and the nara, what is happening, what is happening. And then he is invited in the palace and he was told, this Rajkumari, this princess, she is due to get married tomorrow. So she will select her own husband. It's called a Swayamvara. And therefore, you please bless, you are a Narad Maharshi. So, Narad Maharshi says, okay, let me see her Samudrik Lakshana, palm reading, I am expert in that. He takes the hand of that girl in his hand and starts, giving all the Lakshanas, all the things which suit him. She is going to get such a lovely husband. And all his qualities that he mentioned is not there. And slowly he takes it for granted. Now she is mine. And then goes back. Next day there is a Swayamvar. So that night he prays to Narayana. Narayana, Hari, hey Hari. Bhagavan says, yes, give me your roop, give me your beauty. Then only that girl will marry me tomorrow. Hari says, Tathastu. And next day, Naradji goes there. His face is like a monkey. Because in Sanskrit language, Hari also means a monkey. Language problem. So, he is also given a face of a monkey. He goes and sits there. He doesn't know he has got a monkey face. And then the girl sees in that row there is a monkey sitting. She bypasses that lane. Oh God. Then he gets up and goes and sits another lane. There also she bypasses. He got so angry, frustrated. Somebody tells, who will marry monkey like you? Am I monkey? Look into the waters. He looks into the water. Oh God, my face is like a monkey. I ask Hari to give me a Hari face. I think he has played, a grammatical trick. And therefore, he becomes so angry with himself. And from outside, Hari with this beautiful girl, they are coming. And he so angry. And he curses. You have taken away my wife. But she was never his wife. Only in his mind. You have taken away my wife. You will also suffer. Somebody will take your wife away. And you made me a monkey. Only monkeys will help you to get out of this problem. And Bhagavan Narayana says, accepted your curse. And this is how Bhagavan Ramachandra was born. See. Now the moral of the story, understand. Moral of the story is that we all go on projecting certain things and imagine these projections are real. These are only the tricks of the mind. Don't get carried away by that. See, friends, this is one of the most important, essential aspect of spiritual life. Remaining all the time serious, as if you have consumed a handful of caterpillar. God has given human face only to smile, nothing else. Keep smiling, not laughing. Don't join a laughing club. Is there any laughing club here? There must be, because that virus has spread all over the world. I experienced that laughing club joy in one place where I was staying. Next to my place, there was a beautiful open park. I used to go there for a walk. And after some time, 1 or 2 rounds, a group of about 10, 12 people came, all oldies. Those who have never laughed in their life, they came. And there, bulges coming out and, glasses and all that they came. And there was a teacher who was teaching, like yoga teacher, laugh teacher. So he was, And so he explained what is laugh, what laugh makes everything good and all that. Then he went outside. He said, now I'll clap 3 times. And then you have to laugh. Ha, ha, ha. Again, ha, ha, ha. When you think, you cannot laugh. When you laugh, you don't think. But this Dumbo was teaching them how to laugh. And these oldies, they have never laughed in their life. So, when he clapped 3 times, ha, 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 without any preparation, how to laugh, they laugh very loudly, ha, ha, ha. 2, 3 times they did, and then they had a problem. All their dentures were offered. The problem didn't end there. Now, which is my denture? There is no label on the denture, you know. That is not laughing, friends. Remain cheerful and happy. Our eyes, our face. Why God has created me? The only purpose of our life is to express joy fully. And this can happen only if your mind is in tune with the Shruti Mata. See? Even if you want to walk the spiritual path, don't have that wrong notion. When you are serious, you are walking spiritual path. No, you are a mental case. It is not spirituality. If you want the source, study Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan clearly tells. 2 places I will refer to you. Then you can face the challenges of life. In the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Prasade sarvadukkhanam hani rasyopajayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavatishtate. See? Prasade sarvadukkhanam hanihi upajayate. When you accept the world as it is, you will never be miserable. But our problem is, whatever is wrong, and whatever I want, exactly it should be like that. It can never happen. See? So what is the prasada buddhi? Be attentive. Prasada buddhi means when you go to some temple and you happen to reach there at a point when they were just distributing the prasad and you were the last person to go and get it, then they were supposed to close the temple. At that moment, if you go, you get prasad. What is going on in your mind when the prasada comes in your hand? First, you feel blessed. My running is successful, I got the prasad. First. Second thing, I don't compare the quantity of my prasad with others. You give more. Third, we don't improve the prasad. See? If you are given the sweet meat, let's say, halwa, then you say, thoda achar hai kya iske? You don't want to improve upon that. And the 4th thing is, you do not disrespect prasad. Accept respectfully as it has come to you and feel blessed. This is called a prasada buddhi. Now accept this thing in your life. Be attentive. Thereafter you will stop reacting in life. And when you stop reacting, then you start acting. A person who acts in life, he alone is facing the challenges of life. Those who are reacting, they are destroying themselves. See? On the stage of a theater, who comes? Actor or a reactor? Actor comes. And who is the actor? He who acts, he doesn't react. One actor comes, a boy on the Valentine Day, and a girl comes with the red recyclable flowers. And this boy says, honey, darling, I love you. Say, honey, darling, I also love you. exchange the flowers and tell, keep it properly, next show it will be required. So they don't love each other. They are doing acting. And therefore, they don't fall in love. They rise in love. See? But when you react, all the problems of life begin. This habit of reaction, we have to curtail. Nobody can do it for us. Therefore, how to stop reacting? This is the principle Gita tells us. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajaayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavatishtete. He who is prasanna chetas, when you live at a zero complaint level, whatever comes in your life, you are cheerful. And when you are cheerful, the best in you will surface. A miserable person cannot bring out the best. A miserable person cannot be creative. Only a happy, cheerful person alone is a creative force. See, friends, a happy person can never be destructive. Can somebody say, today I am so happy, darling, I just want to kill you? No, not possible. See, friends, therefore, real spiritual practice, real spirituality, I am not talking about religion, I am not talking about philosophy, I am talking about spirituality. These talks, there may be a book there, I don't know, book is there? So, these 3 talks I delivered in a university in India, BITS Pilani. It's a very beautiful university. The Vice Chancellor was very much insisting I should talk on these 3 topics. And there are 3 talks available. So I spoke. First day on religion, second day on philosophy, third day on spirituality. And the conclusion of the talks was, in religion there is no God. In philosophy, there is no wisdom. Where God and wisdom coexist, that is spirituality. We have to walk the spiritual path. How many religions are in this world? They are more dividing than bringing them together. But when you are walking spiritual path, therefore, when anybody comes to study Upanishad, Vedanta, Gita, we don't ask them, what is your religion? Because Gita doesn't talk about a particular religion, talks about the science of life. Like when you go and study, let us take, physics. Do we ask, are you a Britisher? No, then you can't study. No, science is meant for everyone. We are talking about spiritual life. And this spiritual life is only when we allow the infinite divinity in us, which is presently dormant, come to surface. And when divinity surfaces, there is only one expression, and that is joy and happiness. You see the life of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. The number of miseries and tragedies that he has to go through is so much that all our miseries of life you put together, they are not even comparable to one minute iota of his problems. Right from birth onwards, he was subjected to all the tragedies of life. And yet, he kept smiling. See any picture of Bhagavan Krishna? Kya ho gaya? I'm miserable. No. Even on the battlefield, there was a smile on his face. Prasanniva Bharata. See, friends, take Bhagwan Ram. When Ravana was killed, Bhagwan Ram clearly told both Vibhishan and Lakshman, all enmity is over on death. Go and perform all the rites according to the religious rules. He is as much brother to Vibhishana as much he is to me. There is no enmity in spirituality. The spiritual life alone can make us fit to face all the challenges of life. And such people, they do not want anybody to change. They accept the world as it is. One example I'll give you. Once I was in Haryana somewhere, somebody's house I stayed. So before we go, the people talk in the house, see Swamiji is coming in our house, you should behave properly, you should not trouble him, blah, blah, blah. They had twins, a boy and a girl. So when I went, the girl being smart, girls are always smarter than the boys. So the girl being smart, small, maybe about 5-6 years or so, she came running like an Alsatian and jumped over me. So I lifted her, I hugged her, I kissed her. She said, Swamiji, I don't like your beard. I put her down. Then whatever sister has done, brother has to repeat. So he also came running. He also jumped like that. To him also I lifted, hugged and kissed. And he said, Swamiji, I like your beard. Now tell me, between these two, whom I will like? The one who accepted me as I am. Friends, changing the labels, you can cheat in the material world. On the spiritual path, your label changing will not help. Spiritual life is not changing the labels. Discover this truth. Then only the best in us will come out. And the best in us is, we don't live because we cannot die. We live to succeed in life. Success is possible when we can change the spelling of problem into challenge. Then the best in us will come out. It is possible for everyone. For that, you don't have to be man or woman, young or old, this religion, that religion. You have to be willing to change yourself and face all the challenges of life to succeed happily. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.